Stepping into your why will take you on an experience your soul will never forget. You have to be able to look inside you, or you'll never be able to be your best nor offer it. Let me say that again, because I know all my true entrepreneurs is going to love this one. You have to be able to soulfully look inside you, or you'll never be able to be your best nor offer it. So, let me break that down. Let me tell you what I mean. In the word leads, if you switch the letters around, it'll spell out deals. So in order to get more leads, you will have to do more deals. In order to generate more leads, you will have to get better at deals. In between that gap, there's offers. The bridge between leads and deals is offers. So how is your offer? What are you offering? What if the problem is not your offer? It's the energy in which you market it from, your message, the vibration. So the word offer comes from the Latin word offere. What do you offer? Can you offer love if you don't love yourself? Can that happen? See, just wrap your mind around that whole idea. And there goes how you could attract clients that can't afford you. Now, let me break it down even further. If you build the foundation around this, like a belief system, your own philosophical connotation or whatever, but just have a strong belief system, and I do have a framework for that. It's like a subconscious system map where we identify your worth, your time, and your leadership. How you feel about that? So, this is how simple you could attract clients that can't afford you. Why would you getting more sales make you a better husband or wife? Now you gotta ask yourself that question. Just imagine the value in that. If you lead with that, if you go about your entrepreneurship journey with that, with generating more leads, with that as a foundation, how would it make you a better listener? See, some sales tactics, or you're just waiting, you're just saying something so you could rebuttal something. You're not listening. How would it make you a better provider? Now, my story, a little bit of my story of how I was attracting my ideal client. It wasn't my ideal client, but I learned so much from it, and I'll explain that later. It was a client that had a store in this town, had 2 other stores in his hometown, but was going through a health scare. And he was debating on getting a regular job to get insurance to cover that health scare. And I honor him for that. And we was working together. Ultimately, he wound up selling the one in this town. And he's doing great right now. His business is doing great. It's 2 stores. And we still keep in touch here and there. But it was just a beautiful thing seeing what I learned from it and what he learned from it. There's videos on how to, give lifetime value, how to put your clients in CRMs, or how to treat your clients nicely. But attracting your ideal client is all up to you, but because it has to do with your belief system. It's nobody's fault. Nobody could really show you. They could only guide you into recalibrating your internal operating system in order to attract these clients. So, yeah. And that story showed me that I had my own belief system of keeping me from attracting my ideal client. Because my past life, not past life, but the history of me was about selfless sacrifice. Even at the age of 7, 8 years old, I gave my brother a bone marrow transplant. It was not by design. It was not up to me. I feel honored that I did that. Even making the people's lives better. But it was energetically draining as well. So I wasn't prepared for that because it wasn't my design. It was by default. But those experiences, just me acknowledging that and recognizing that and realizing that, I had to adjust my belief systems and not and why I was attracting these type of clients or these people into my life where they was in so much need. And it's energetically draining. So I had to make that shift. So just you have another strategic approach on how to attract clients that can't afford you is to know your market well enough. You have to know the ins and outs, like the deepest desires of your clients or the emotions that reside within that market, all the emotions. If you know that, the subconscious values, the beliefs, if you know that, you can propose the best offer because you know the ins and outs of it. And if you don't, if it's coming from a place where you do have a foundation like that, your journey will always be to learn and become the best you. Not just a transaction. The money follows the wisdom. So you have to be able to evoke images, emotions, or memories around the offer you are giving to your client. That's another way. And another thing is, I do skim across ancient texts, and I use this as a framework as well. Do have a subconscious system map, an energetic timeline, mapping system of internal founder's frequency map or operating system. From that to external impact, I do have all these systems that I did consciously, and I designed myself, and I took those clients through them, and the transformation was inevitable because it happened with me first. So that's my first testimonial. It worked with me. And actually, if you comment so, it'll make you more findable. And I'm willing to work with one client for free of charge. Because there's no catch. I already have a request, and it's with God. Just for him to allow me to get the wisdom from it. Because I know I'll get the transformation as well as you would get a transformation. So it ain't about the money, like I said. The money will follow the wisdom. And I'll be more than happy to select a true entrepreneur. And it has a value of $7,000. But that's free of charge because I did test certain markets. I just want to see if it works on every market. It definitely worked on myself, and it hasn't stopped. All these frameworks just is making me the best version of me. So that's how you could structure your offer, like I said in the beginning. So I skimmed through ancient texts and I look at it through the lens of entrepreneurship, business, and money. So in the Bible, the Proverbs, there's a thing where it says, where there is no vision, the people will perish. Let's stop right there. So, like I said about evoking, now, when you're dealing with a client, you have to look for the deepest values of that client in order to serve them, in order to fulfill that. So if you can't, not give him or her a vision, just guide it and bring out the vision that client already has, then all will die behind it. You, as a person, you have insight first, which gives you foresight. So if you could bring that to a client, guide him on his own vision, make him see his own vision or her, in order to have the vision, the foresight. It's first insight. We don't look at life from outside in. It's inside out. You only see what you feel like how you feel, or your belief system, your perspective, which means is insight in order to see out there. From a business application, a vision without soul will eventually crumble. You won't have no clients if your offer doesn't have a foundational principle, like what I said in the beginning. So, who is this for? This is for people who have are creative but are spiritually unfulfilled in order to get more sales or more leads. You are creative but are spiritually unfulfilled. You have to develop a foundational, strong foundational belief system, or sees growth but is exhausting because you can't see the subconscious patterns that make you continue to put out fires. If you're constantly putting out fires, this is for you, what you will walk away with. A spiritual business blueprint, vibrational and magnetic systems that attract the most aligned clients. And just to make it clear, I know that if you was to come and soul, just imagine you don't have nothing to lose if you could just work with me and learn these frameworks. You get all the money that you desire. All I want to return is the wisdom or the agreement that I got with God. And I'm good with that. Because, like I said, I'm also going for the transformation, not just you. So back to like the ancient texts. Back to the ancient texts. Or let me throw this in there. This is how easy, like looking into yourself. Like I said, as a kid, you always been persuasive. And know that it wasn't just persuasion, it was about vibration. So you didn't really care. Like as a kid, you knew your audience. Oh, can you come play with me? Or like other kids, you just go to the park, and you want to play? It was that simple. And it was a vibration. It was just a frequency that you held as a kid. But as we grow, we develop an ego, and the programming of the societal mechanism take that away from you, that creative, persuasive energy that you always had. You always got what you wanted as a kid. It could be as simple as, yo, mom, can I get this? And then look at my cheeks, look at my, like, oh, he got nice cheeks, look at my cheeks. And, oh my God, them cheeks look like angel wings. Oh my God, how can I say no to you? We always been persuasive. I remember as a kid, on one Christmas, I know I got a whooping. I know I did, because it was gifts for everybody, my cousins, everybody, neighbors or whatever, that had so many gifts under the tree. And I decided to just wake up one morning by myself, and I opened up every gift. And I know I got a whooping, but that was all right, because I got what I wanted. It was forceful, but we're not talking about forceful. We're talking about attracting. But that's just a lesson I learned, not to be forceful. I got a whooping for that. I just take. So if you're looking at it from a transactional aspect, you'll never attract the clients that'll be willing to pay or can afford you for a premium service that you got. So back to the ancient texts. In the Hermetic principles, the Kabbalion, there's a principle of vibration. Everything moves, nothing rests. Same thing with sales. It's you attract. Sales equals vibration. So you attract what you vibrate. So all you got to do is upgrade your vibration, meaning what you give your attention to. And this is why you have to take inventory of your belief system, because your subconscious is giving attention to something that you might not be conscious of. And this is why I took inventory of mine and realized where my clients was coming from. It's from my past, or how I perceive my past to be. So you want to develop a sacred blueprint for you and foundation of a belief system that will help you grow. So that offer has to make you better as well, has to transform you. And as soon as you look at it from, or behave or broadcast or carry that frequency, you will attract clients that can't afford you. I think I said this is just practical ways of doing it. You make yourself findable. You could put out the work you do, and just by not being attached to it, someone might come across and find you. You know, you go to LinkedIn, you could go to all these platforms and, you know, express or show what you do, what work you do. Another hermetic principle. That all is mind. And when I say mind, the way I interpret mind is everything. All my cells, my whole body, which means, so let's just make it simple, just for simplicity purposes. All is mine, my mind and my heart, because my heart has its own mind. So I need them to be aligned. So my business has an aura around it. And this aura leads you to attract or mirrors your dominant belief system. And that's who you attract. You get it? You have an aura around your business. And the most dominant belief system that you have within that business is what attracts those certain types of clients. So let's say you subconsciously believe, you have to become aware of this. You subconsciously believe that my clients are broke. Your clients are broke. Let's say you think your clients are broke and they're like hard to close. See even that perspective. Me, I'm about longevity. Always been. Always had the longest relationships with people. So I'm about longevity. I don't even like to use the word close a deal. I open up relationships. This is lifetime advisor. I'm always by your side. Because that's my offer. Lifetime value. Truly. This is by design. Because your transformation is a compliment. Now, your transformation causes a byproduct of connecting with another entrepreneur. Even like when I say I want to work with somebody, that's a byproduct. I will eventually probably meet the same spiritual individual in a whole nother scenery, and we will work together. But just like a butterfly effect, there's a byproduct to success or being unsuccessful. So you becoming successful will open up a relationship and keep or build an ecosystem. I don't like to say close a deal. That sounds more transactional. Seeing it like you got to see your potential client or avatar as a lifetime investor, not as a needy buyer. That's what I'm saying. So this is about for infinite. even just the name of where I come from, or the offers I provide, just came from the name of my business. So that's how you attract clients that can afford you. And always remember, keep it infinite.